Yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. Look at that. Hey, so today I decided to do the how I used to do my makeup tag, and I totally used to do it different. It might surprise you like how bad it was, but this is supposed to be funny, so trust the past. Alright, so for 6th grade, I only really wore either chapstick or lip gloss. So I'm going to use my cake batter chapstick, apply that, and since I'm feeling extra today, Bath & Body Works lip gloss. This was the everyday look, and back then I was more naturally blonde than I am like unnaturally blonde now. So like all I wore was lip gloss, and I just didn't even feel like I wanted to touch makeup, unlike in 5th grade when I actually did. Alright, now for 7th grade it was a little bit different. I only really wore concealer and mascara if I wanted to. Normally I just wear mascara, but because I didn't feel I needed concealer, but I mean, those dark circles. Since I wasn't educated in anything makeup, I used to take the e.l.f. high definition under eye setting powder, and I would just stick it under my eyes because I thought it was concealer. And it really does nothing because it's a setting powder, not like a powder concealer. But I mean, I thought it was the thing, so that's what I would do. And then I'd put my concealer on top of it because I thought that this wasn't enough, because it isn't, because it's an under eye setting powder. Keep in mind that my first high-end makeup product was the Urban Decay Naked palette, the original, when I was 15. I bought it when I was 15 for my birthday. So yeah, keep that in mind. Then I would use the e.l.f. concealer, and I just stick it under the eyes because these bags are huge.
And I'm not sleeping because I'm a little kid. I'm too excited or nervous about middle school because middle school is the world, you know? At the time it was the world. Felt like you wouldn't be able to survive if you weren't doing well. I just broke the other half. I was trying to screw it back in. Then this happened. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, you will be over there.
So either I would take my fingers or I'd take this type of a shape of beauty sponge. Then I'd get that under the eyes, and man, does this sponge hurt. Like, it's damp, but it hurts so bad because it's so dense. Ugh. Ow. And I didn't do anything for my eyebrows, which wasn't good because I overplucked in middle school. So my eyebrows started like right here because I thought that this portion of the brow was like, I don't know, like hair in the middle, you know? And I thought it needed to be plucked. My mother never told me otherwise, which, Mom, come on. Like, my brothers would make fun of me for that, so I'm glad that they've grown back at least a little bit now. If you thought these were bad now, you should have seen back then. Girl. And sorry about my voice, like, I'm dying, I'm losing it, so if you find it, let me know. And let's put on mascara. So I wasn't allowed to use a black mascara because my mom thought it would be too harsh, so I always used a brown mascara. And I'm just going to use the Almay one. Everything had to be natural, even though inside I was a diva and wanted to be glam all the time. My mom didn't want me to be like the other girls at school too, where they would be wearing like a tube of mascara on each eye, which I agree with, but like, If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. They're the ones spending the money on that mascara. You want to zoom in? Look at those lashes. And if it hit my lid, like, if it hit my lid, you know, it's totally fine. Like, I'd try to rub it off, but if not, like, it's totally cool. Like, it's just part of the look, you know? So, that was 7th grade. And I didn't put any on my lower lashes either, so yeah, you know what that looks like now. 8th grade, the interesting year. This is the year where I was able to start wearing more makeup, and my mom bought me this, this is foundation for people who want foundation like this. And I'm just gonna show you like what it looked like. But first, I actually would use a primer. So I'd either use the Baby Skin by Maybelline, which I really do like, or the e.l.f. one, the purple one. I didn't understand what they were for. I thought like they
did something magical, and lots of primers do, but I mean, I just didn't know. Nobody was there to teach me. My mom didn't have a huge interest in makeup, so look where that got you, Mom. So she never showed me anything besides how she put on mascara. So I put that on. Then I used a little sponge applicator that came with. Oh my goodness, this is chunky. Just pat it on all over the face. Because, you know, I needed
a lot of foundation when I was little. Needed a lot of foundation. Like a ton of it, you know? Just make me a different color altogether. Make me orange. So I would put this on every day, and I had PE in the morning, and they only give you like 2 minutes to change, because even though they technically gave you 5, like, it was really 2 because they wanted to be out there. So I had no time to even fix the horror that was the melting foundation off my face. Do you see the difference? Like, do you see how orange I am? Isn't it great? Like, don't I just look great? Anyways, and I'd pack it on under my eyes because I'd hoped that it would cover my under eye circles, and it did somewhat. But I didn't understand the concept of concealer on top of foundation, so I would only wear
foundation or concealer. Yay! And that meant I would take a crap swim on my face. So, this was the look for the face. No powder. That's the best part. Didn't set it with powder. It wasn't a thing at the time. And if I did, because later in the year I started to discover that my makeup would move around, and if I put powder on it, like it wouldn't. So I used the CoverGirl powder compact and I would take the puff that came in it, but here's just a brush that I would have used too. Which, these props to Jillian for using the right type of brush, okay? Props for that. Like, she may not have been good at makeup, but at least she knew which brush was for what. So that was the face. Do you like how full coverage this is? I love this look. I think it's a great look. I think I should wear it all the time.
And if any of you think that I'm bashing drugstore makeup, I'm not at all. Like, I know that people might think I am, but I'm just doing the tag, honestly. And since I wasn't big into makeup, I didn't know that there was makeup that you could pay $50+ for and get better quality typically, although there are a ton of amazing drugstore products that I can't live without today. So then in 8th grade, for eyeshadow, this was interesting. So in 8th grade, I'd use all these Ulta eyeshadow singles, and they originally came in like a sample quad that they had. And so I'd use Social Climber, Buttercream, Silk, and In the Buff.
I think there was one other that wasn't in here that I just didn't buy. I think it was Seashell. I might have it, I don't know. But I'd use these colors mainly throughout the day. So, let's get into the eye part of this tutorial. Alright, zooming you in. Hoping my camera will focus. Alright.
Silk all over the lid. And the best part of this is that I'd use the same brush for the whole thing. Right. You should really see it because, no, it's natural. Like, why do you need anything other than natural? And I used to worry about like my eyeshadows looking the same, so I would always add more. It's shiny, I don't know if you can tell. And then I would use in the buff and I'd put it, which these are really pretty eyeshadows, I just didn't know how to use makeup, so it didn't look super awesome. The best part would be the Ulta eyeshadow in Social Climber, which is a really dark brown. Wanna guess where I put that? All over the lid, in this part of the eye, what I'd call it, like this part of the eye. And I'd put it all the way up to my brows, because I thought that's how you blended eyeshadows, is that you put them all the way up to your brow. So if you saw me in middle school, in 8th grade specifically, like, you should have smacked me for how bad my makeup looked every day. Like, please save me. If I could turn back time, like, I would change this to not look like this with just this brush. Like, this is a fine brush if you are just putting on one shadow, but like, I'm putting on all the shadows with it and using it to blend, and it is not a blending brush.